Lots of new theories are surrounding the Bloodline story, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, and more. Starting things off with some buzz and conversation with the direction of the Bloodline storyline. So the returns of Paul Heyman and Jay continue to be heavily hinted at within the story, but a lot of fans are wondering if they could be headed another direction with the story, at least for a short amount of time. And that's the idea of Roman Reigns and Jimmy legitimately giving up a bit and falling in line behind Solo, especially given the events of October 18th, where Roman was fully accepting and ready to step down in order to acknowledge Solo. He wanted peace in the family, and that's why he went to the ring with the intention of acknowledging Solo, which he did technically do, but of course chaos still broke out there in the end. But fans are trying to figure out if Roman's acknowledgement of Solo was voided due to the fight breaking out, or if Roman will be forced to acknowledge Solo going forward, since he did say those words during that main event Smackdown segment. No one wants to see Roman give up and stand behind Solo, but like Roman revealed himself, he promised his father before his passing that he would fix things with the family. So it looks like Roman is willing to put his pride and ego aside in order to honor one of the last promises he ever made to his father. So from that point of view, you have to sort of respect that mindset for Roman, not to mention the fact that all else has failed for Roman and Jimmy so far. So they continue to be outnumbered. Jay doesn't want to help. Paul Heyman is nowhere to be seen. They just have nothing at all to fight back with at the moment. So maybe they feel like falling in line is the only option, and sort of creates another full circle moment for the family, because this is how this story all started in the first place. Roman was the champion and Jay was trying to knock him off and take the spot for himself. Roman wasn't having it at all and had to forcefully put his family in their place by basically beating them down into submission. Jimmy and Jay kept fighting back for a while before they realized there wasn't anything they can do to stop Roman. And then they just decided to join him. So could we be seeing the same situation happening right now, but in flipped roles, with karma catching up to Roman? Roman beat Jimmy and Jay into submission week after week until they couldn't take it anymore. And here he finds himself several years later on the verge of bending the knee to Jimmy and Jay's younger brother, who has taken over the entire operation. So lots of irony and full circle moments happening here. If Roman and Jimmy can't get any help, joining them may be the only option to get them out of these weekly beatdowns and create peace in the family. Solo has said time and time again that all of his beef with Roman and Jimmy will be instantly squashed and they'll be united more than ever. All they have to do is acknowledge him, and that's what will happen. And honestly, it's a pretty scary thought for the rest of the roster. The new Bloodline is already very scary and dominant with their 4 members, so imagine a world where they also add Roman and Jimmy on top of that. That would absolutely be overwhelming for everyone to deal with. So a lot of fans are now wondering if they could be headed this direction for the story, where Roman will basically have to now live through what he put Jimmy and Jay through all those years ago. Roman would have to be a henchman for Solo and answer to his every single request, the same way that he made them all listen to him for all those years. And honestly, it would be something good for the Roman Reigns character to experience firsthand, because it'll help him realize how wrong he was to treat his family in that matter, then hopefully teach him a lesson to be more appreciative of his family members that are around him going forward. And maybe it's because of that experience right there that Roman finally figures out the right words to say to Jay that brings that original part of the family back together again. So we've seen Sami, Jimmy, and Jay all leave their tribal chief's side when things got too hectic. So could we see a situation where Roman serves Solo as the tribal chief for a couple of weeks and then have his own big moment of breaking away when things are right? That could be a good chess move for Roman to make, because clearly taking them all on 4 against 2 hasn't been working out at all. So if Roman can convince Solo that he's loyal to him while continuing to try and cook up a plan at the same time and strike when the time is right, that may be the best way to handle this current issue. They already started to lean towards this direction on the October 18th edition of SmackDown, so it'll be great to see if they fully go all the way with it in the coming weeks. Will Roman be an obedient henchman for Solo, or will he continue to bump heads with him even after falling in line? Bo Dallas recently spoke with USA Today, and he made some big reveals related to Bray Wyatt that no one previously knew about. So according to Dallas, every single member of the Wyatt Sicks faction wasn't just randomly picked just for the fun of it. Bo claims that Bray Wyatt handpicked every single member of the Wyatt Sicks that you see on television today. Plans and rumors for Bray to lead another faction had been buzzing for a while following his 2022 return to the company. Bo claims that Bray had a very specific list of names of the individuals that he wanted to work with that he handed over to the guys upstairs. That list included every single current member of the faction that Uncle Howdy returned alongside in 2024. So Bo Dallas says that he can't explain it himself. He said that Bray just saw something in every single one of those individuals, and that's what drew him to them. Bray never had the chance to form the faction himself, but when plans came up for Bo Dallas to lead a Wyatt Legacy faction, that's when they turned back to the list that Bray had previously handed to them, and the Wyatt Sicks were born. Bo Dallas said that everything up until this point and going forward will always have a piece of Bray's ideas in it. He also revealed that he was ready to fully step away from wrestling following Bray's passing. He just couldn't picture himself continuing without his brother. But he said as everything has been going on, he realizes that he's more closer to his brother than ever before and how his love for wrestling has only grown over the last few months. So a really touching interview by Bo Dallas, and everyone is excited to see the journey that the Wyatt Sicks continue to go on. Booker T just revealed his big plans to help get another member of the Bloodline over to World Wrestling Entertainment, and that's Zilla Fatu. Zilla is the son of the legendary Bloodline member Umaga. Zilla recently started training to join the family business and become a pro wrestler, just like his father and other cousins. He's currently training under Booker T, and Booker said that he sees all of the talent and potential that's in Zilla. Booker promised that he's going to do everything in his power to make sure Zilla makes it to that big stage and joins his family in the company. So depending on where the Bloodline story is at when Zilla is eventually ready, you gotta assume that he'll be a big pickup for the Bloodline when the time comes. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.